Hey, welcome back. It's 5:15 here on a fairly warm Thursday morning as we wrap up the final week of winter. Spring starts next Tuesday, but we've got some storms to talk about. That's our main focus here in our forecast. Let's start with what the next 7 days look like. We've got a lot going on this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday with St. Patrick's Day, and you can see some of these days are going to be impacted by weather. I think Friday afternoon and evening and Sunday during the day are our two primary times when we see our bigger storms. Now Saturday, I still think one or two storms pop, but we may get through Saturday without any major problems. That's some good news for your Saturday parades. Sunday events, not so much. It's still a bit iffy there. All right, this morning it is mild. We're at 70 at the lakefront. Humidity's high. 70 in Homa, 63 Hammond, still cooler in Bogalusa at 58, and 68 down in Shell Beach, Wyclowski. Now we're all warming up today. We're back in the 80s this afternoon. And yes, I do think we're going to make a run at a record today. Now the record in New Orleans, out at Kenner at least, is 84. I'm forecasting 83. We will be close. And there is a chance for that rain today, but 20-30% this afternoon. Think more of your typical pop-up showers that happen during the summertime. They'll pop up in the later afternoon hours and then they'll dissipate during the evening once the sun goes down. Those will be very isolated, so not much happening today. Now let's fast forward into Friday. See all these storms to the north? Eventually that's what we've got coming on down. Friday afternoon, showers and storms start to fire up north of the lake with some showers near the metro through the afternoon. Notice a lot drier near the coast Friday afternoon. Friday night, a series of storms blowing on through, with more even after midnight going into the early morning hours on Saturday. So we've got a couple rounds of storms coming on in Friday afternoon in through Friday night. The good news, this big storm trend will not linger into Saturday. I think it's going to be much more isolated. Now we do have a risk for some strong storms. At the moment, the Storm Prediction Center doesn't have most of our area highlighted. Wouldn't be surprised if we are added, just simply because some of these storms could produce some strong wind gusts tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. So there is a low wind risk for some gusty winds. There's also a risk for some heavy rain that can lead to street flooding with a series of downpours coming through the region. If you get multiple of those, you could pick up 1 to 2 to even 3 inches. Now that's not going to happen everywhere, but there is an isolated chance of that happening across the area. Now the weekend as a whole, spotty rain possible Saturday afternoon and evening. I don't think it's going to be a major problem, but we'll keep an eye on it for our parades. Sunday's the different story. Storms are likely. Heavy rain is certainly a possibility right in the middle of the day on Sunday. So that's our main day we're keeping an eye on to impact our St. Patrick's Day event. Saturday, most events are probably going to be going off just fine, and a warm one. We're going to stay warm through Saturday. Sunday, we start to see a slight cool down, and then look at next week. We go from 83 today to the upper 50s and low 60s next Tuesday. Really Tuesday night is the official start of spring. The marine forecast, pressure is falling, sitting at 29.9 inches on your barometer. The winds will be slightly stronger today, but only 10 to 15 knots, slightly less tomorrow and Saturday, so we don't have any big chop problems coming in, just those threats for storms. That threat for storms coming in tomorrow evening near our coastal areas. Thursday tides, those are going to run highest late tonight or later this afternoon, but your low tides, they'll happen late tonight, and for most, it'll be after the midnight hour.